a large part of the problem people have when they think about a guru is the guru's alive. And if you look at the world, everybody worships people that have passed away. And so why is it so difficult for people? Now, I've known you as a friend, I hug you as a friend, but I can touch your feet because you're a realized man, you're a guru. How do people make the difference? Because how do they then say, well, he's a man after all, and why is he claiming to be a realized man? Because we believe all realized men only become realized when they're gone.
They have to be dead.
They have to be dead, yeah. I'm trying to not use that word, but yeah, they have to be dead. And that's a big problem. So let's talk about that.
Anything that's good has to be dead.
I know.
Unfortunate, isn't it? See, this is because if you have to see value with what's here now, you need a certain intelligence, you need a certain awareness. You have to employ your own intelligence. Now, somebody was here 1,000 years ago or 2,000 years ago, to say that he was great and worship him is very easy because a million people are saying so. Everybody is fascinated by the past because generations of people have said so. So you don't have to employ your intelligence or awareness to know what is the truth. So even when a Krishna was alive, how many people really recognized him? Duryodhana clearly said, this guy can play with a child, fight with a man, make love to a woman, he can gossip with old women. And this is no god, this is a rogue. So that's how they would have seen him. Now, thousands of years later, it's very easy. Because everybody is saying Krishna is God, you also join up the gang and say it. You're just joining a gang, you're not seeing anything about Krishna as such. So similarly, everybody else. But today, if you have to recognize something that's alive in front of you, you need certain capability, certain awareness, certain intelligence. So when Jesus was alive, you know what horrible things they did to him. Now, half the world wants to worship him. It doesn't mean anything actually, because when he was there, only a handful of people get it.
Whatever we are referring to as Jesus is not about some man 2,000 years ago. It's about a certain possibility within every human being. So that has to rise. It's not that there is no Jesus in you, it's just you kept him hung, impotent. He needs little empowerment. He needs to be raised. So the whole effort is that part of you which we can call Jesus or Shiva or whatever you like, to allow that to rise. Can you say Shiva is a good man? No, but he's fantastic. Even Jesus, not a good man, wonderful, not a good man. Anybody who disturbs the existing situation is not a good man, isn't it? Yes or no? In any given situation, someone who disturbs your family situation, somebody who disturbs your social situation or political situation, national or international situation, is not a good man in that society, isn't it so? So Jesus is not a good man. Maybe he's wonderful, but not a good man. Shiva, definitely not a good man, but fantastic he is. If you don't let that man rise within you, if you do not let that aspect rise within you, then you will remain good and dead. Dead is good. Dead is always good. Yes or no? Once it happened, a 5-year-old boy and his mother went to the cemetery. He had never seen a cemetery in his life, this is the first time. The mother was dedicated to one particular grave, she sat down. The boy went about everywhere, reading all the inscriptions on the tombstones. He went through the whole cemetery, read everything and came back to his mother and asked his mother, "Mom, where do they bury all the horrible people?" Every tombstone says this was the most wonderful man. Dead is always good, isn't it? Dead is good, living is trouble. Because living is trouble, we reduced the living to half dead. 50% life is safe. That's where most people have settled. We must decide, dead or alive. Half dead is not good, isn't it? Once Shankaran Pillai was arrested for mixing horse meat in chicken cutlets and selling. So when he went to the court, there was nothing else to do, so he pleaded guilty. And they asked, how much horse meat and chicken meat, how did you do? He said, 50-50 I did. So he got some fine and some kind of thing, and then he came out. His friend asked him, what did you mean by saying 50-50? He said, one horse, one chicken. That's 50-50. So, this mixture won't work. You have to raise the dead. You really have to raise the dead. That part of you which has been kept dead for too long, it's time to raise it.